An ugly moment during a homeowners association meeting has Douglas County Probate Judge Christina Peterson in more legal hot water.
Peterson already faces complaints from a state regulatory board, which asked but failed to get her temporarily suspended from office last year.
Fox 5 I-Team reporter Randy Travis returns with more on his investigation. Randy?
That's right, Russ and Courtney. Peterson has only been in office a year and a half. Already she faces 50 counts. That's 5-0, accusing her of violating the Georgia Code of Judicial Conduct.
You can make it right.
The March meeting was supposed to be a friendly town hall for the residents of the Silver Creek Ranch neighborhood in Douglas County. Then Christina Peterson began speaking, repeating her demand the board be thrown out and make way for a special election.
You have the ability to call a special election to give the homeowners the opportunity to come, congregate, nominate, and elect their own board.
So I can only go by our legal, it's not third party.
The probate judge knows what she's talking about. Listen to her. She got 2 pending lawsuits against us right now.
The angry reaction to Peterson stems from a lawsuit she and others filed in 2017 against the HOA that led to a $70,000 settlement. According to a complaint filed against her by the Judicial Qualifications Commission, Peterson never shared that money with her clients.
Do solemnly affirm.
It's one of 50 counts of alleged misconduct Peterson now faces.
You're going to follow the law.
You're going to follow the law. Do what the Supreme Court tells you to do. How about you pay attention to that? Why you stole the $70,000 from your plaintiffs? Give them their money.
If you're suing and you're getting money or you're taking something from this community, I don't think you should be speaking out like that. Don't take that from somebody who ain't got nothing. So
you're going to continue to be not happy and you don't follow the law.
The JQC accused Peterson of violating the Code of Judicial Conduct in the meeting by advising the HOA that they are getting bad advice from their legal counsel. You're an attorney. Would you start to negotiate with the other side's clients when you knew that they were represented?
I think the issue with this is that for a judge, you don't give up your right to speak or to talk. And I don't know that this was a negotiation.
Call a special election. I will dismiss the lawsuit.
Well, now we're up to 50 counts. That sounds like a lot.
It sounds like a lot because they keep adding and adding and adding counts because they utterly failed in trying to get her interim suspended last year.
I felt like we was walking into a trap.
Last year, Peterson ordered this woman jailed for contempt of court after she asked to change her father's name on her marriage license. PJ Skelton only learned of her real father's name after the wedding, but Peterson decided she had lied when she filled out the original form. So you guys thought it was just going to be an easy paperwork change?
The easy fix. If I known, to be honest with you, if I known that she would have went to jail behind this, I would have told her just forget about it.
The JQC said Peterson failed to respect and comply with the law. She has denied the allegations. But that's not the only marriage where Peterson finds herself in trouble.
You cannot go in this building, and eventually she went in.
The Fox 5 I-Team also revealed how Peterson ignored safety rules by allowing the public into the courthouse for weekend wedding ceremonies when no deputies were assigned to the security checkpoint. The JQC said she did this despite being told no by the sheriff's office. Did the judge put anybody at risk that day?
She put all of the employees that work in this courthouse and the citizens who would come that Monday morning at risk.
Peterson's attorney, Lester Tate, once served on the JQC. He said he's never seen a case with so many counts.
If they had something that was serious enough to be removed from the bench, one count was sufficient to do that. It's just bizarre to me that they want to continue adding to it, but it's also abundantly clear to me that the reason they do is because they feel like they don't have enough to prevail.
The neighborhood HOA president, Derek Houston, said his attorney would not let him talk on camera. But as for Peterson, he said, quote, "I thought her actions were disruptive and her comments were totally unprofessional and inappropriate." And by the way, the neighborhood is going to have their annual meeting and election next month. So that may take the wind out of the sails of the judge's lawsuit against her neighborhood.
Okay. You told us that she faces 50 counts of violating Judicial Conduct Code. How is that possibly going to be resolved?
It's a lot of counts, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm told that they have to do discovery now, and it may be a while before the case actually gets to the state Supreme Court. A lot of times these cases cases get resolved, they get settled. I'm not sure that's going to be the case with this one.
Yeah, it sounds like this is not the last we're going to hear about this one.
No, in fact, who knows? I mean, there could be some more counts. I'll let you know if there are.
All right. Randy, thanks.
Thanks, Randy.